Alright guys, it's like 8 a.m. right now, 7:46 a.m. Woke up early this morning because I'm taking a bus to go to the shop. It's, you can see it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So I'm on my way to Pomona actually, and then from there I'm gonna take an Uber to Fontana. It's cheaper that way. I just calculate Uber to go to Fontana to my shop. I was like it's $80. So, anyways, I'll see you guys when I get there. Alright, so today, guys, I'm working on the test fitting the bumper. So I just got the splitter installed into the bumper, and we'll just talk to you guys about a couple issues that I'm facing. So the biggest part is this here, where this part of the bumper mounts onto the splitter. I made a little triangle with the hole on it, but this actually warped and kind of broke into pieces. So I'm gonna have to do some heat gun and then kind of bend it around, probably reinforce this with some fiberglass. So that's gonna be something. Here's a bit of a warping. You can kind of see a little bit of warp here. So I have to kind of work that out. Got a couple ideas on that. So yeah, so we'll see. Other than that, I think it's okay. It feels like it's on it pretty solid, so I think that's good. A couple broken parts here I saw earlier, but I think that should be okay. Okay, so started putting some notes. Let's give you a little walk around now. I don't have the splitter on yet. That's the old bumper right there. Here's a quick look at it. You can see how much wider it's going from the stock. So right now, I mean, the good parts, okay, it's a good thing. Like this fitment here, let me get to that. That's perfect. That's right on it. Some of these I had to cut to get this wheel liner to go on there, but so that's good. This area is pretty good for like the first shot at it from the 3D print. I'm starting noting some areas, a little bit of gaps. So I kind of note this down. It's a little low here, so I'm gonna have to fill this up. It's a little high here, so I have to push it down or sand it down, whatever. It's a little low. That's easy. Just Bondo fill. This part's good. This part's good. This part's messed up. I have to get this reprinted anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But I just want to kind of see how it looks. You can see it's really warped, so it's super warped right now, so you can't even really see it, but you can see kind of anyways. So what we just did now, because some of these parts were kind of bumping into the intake area, so we actually cut away about like an inch or 2 inches off of the plastic part right here. So the lower part we trim this off, and the upper part we also trim this off pretty quick, and I think that should make it bumper fit much better. That tab, these tabs, and all these ones, those are right on the money, even up to this one. You can really see how much water I'm going, by the way. So the tabs on the upper part are pretty good. Even here, that fitment looks pretty good. So let's shut this down really quick. All right, so here is the final fitment for the day. It's been a long day. I mean, it started out not too good, to be honest. Like a lot of things were blocking in there. The biggest issue was those little rubber pieces. That's the bottom lower tray and the intake tray. We have to trim that about an inch, a little bit over an inch, just to kind of fit there. It doesn't do anything with the looks or function like that. It's just you just trim it. So now those little fins actually sit there much better. Yeah, once I've done that and the whole bumper fit through much better, the gaps are amazingly clean. The fitment, especially being the very first try, like this is not even second or third, this is actually first fitment try, and I'm super pleased so far with it. I mean, you can kind of see it for yourself here. That is right on the money in most part here too. So what I'm kind of happy with is where all the holes are supposed to go, all the tabs and all the mounting points, they went on. Like there's no like stress or wiggle or oh man, it didn't fit. Everything that I planned for the mounting points was perfect. So that's a good thing. Another good thing is I think when I put the bumper on the car, it looked good. You know, like I don't see any like awkwardness. All the corners look good. The far side looks good. The stance looks good. You can see how much wider it is on the compared to the stock one. But yeah, I think a lot of those parts are good. Now, the bad part is, I mean, it's not really a bad part, you know, it's something you always kind of think about anyways. I had to do some surfacing here. It's a little low, maybe like some Bondo, you know, a little bit sanding here to kind of make it nice and clean. The center line lines up now. So that's kind of things I have to work on now with the body shop guys. And I am thinking about covering this, the holes for the sensor. I don't know what you guys think. You think it's a good idea to have a sensor or not sensor? So I'm kind of thinking about that. I think it might be just simpler to do a sensor delete, you know, than try to reconfigure everything. So that's one thing. Now, the splitter is a little bit different story, okay? So the splitter, the mounting on the car is good. Now what I have to do is I have to make sure, see, they're taped on right now, right? I have to make sure that that these will actually stay in position. So I have to make some kind of a little stand or some kind of bracket here to make sure it holds to where the bumper, I want the height to be for the splitter. And then we can mount these together, and then later when we make a mold or body work on it, we can make sure that it's in one piece, you know. So that's something I have to talk with the body shop guys to kind of see where we can go there. So I'll talk to him about that in a bit. I put a little bit of a piece of cardboard here or else the bumper flexes out. So I want to put this here so I know that this is kind of the gap I want. Same with here. So I have to make sure that will be even. But overall, other than that, I think it's a very successful day. I think for first day of the bumper fitment, that actually went down pretty good. I have definitely had worse times before, but the first thing I'm really glad is this top area is, you know, secure. You know, like there's no major issues I have to kind of fix. You know, it's mostly body work if anything, but there's nothing where I have to start making a new hole. You know, it's like the alignment's off. So I think as long as that is okay, I think we're in a good position. So a little bit of work here. This is really messed up. I have to really fix this up. So I have to be really careful with this. It's kind of broken. So we might have to actually either cut this and just kind of body work on that. To be honest, I think that might be easier. Let me see what the body guy thinks, because we have some really good body shop guy here. So I think he can give me some pointers on that. And then we have to make sure that this is secured as well. So next week I'm gonna get some zip tie and some stronger tape, and then we're gonna just secure this on there so we know exactly how much of space or exactly what position we want these wings to be. But other than that, it's good. I mean, you can't even see here the hole, even where that tab goes, that's right on the money. That is perfect. No gap, it's super flush. So yeah, very happy with it. Group A Motoring and Competition Carbon are the guys I'm working with right now to produce this one. So I think this should be good. The fenders, everything are off right now. We put in the shade inside the warehouse. So I think right now the bumper will be the very main thing, and then we'll kind of work our way towards the body and the side. Maybe I can help with some stuff like that in a couple of weeks. And here's the bumper that I just took off today. But yeah, I think first day, fantastic. Very good so far. So very happy with it. And I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.